What if the very qualities that make you an intuitive introvert are not weaknesses, but untapped superpowers? Carl Jung believed they are. This video will challenge your perceptions and guide you through his profound ideas, revealing how to leverage your unique gifts. Prepare to see yourself, and your place in the world, in an entirely new light. Picture this. You walk into a room and immediately read the undercurrent, who's tense, who's open, where truth is hiding between the lines. You don't need to say much to sense it. You read the atmosphere like a musician reads a score. People might call you quiet, too sensitive, or stuck in your head. Jung would whisper that the same inward gaze and intuitive radar that sometimes isolate you can also guide you, precisely and powerfully, toward a life that fits your soul. Jung's most practical lens for understanding this is archetypes. Think of archetypes as inner guides, recurring patterns of motivation and meaning that show up in myths and stories and, yes, in your daily choices. They aren't boxes that trap you, they're maps that help you travel your inner world. For intuitive introverts, 3 archetypes often feel like home: the sage, the hermit, and the creator. You might resonate with one most strongly or shift among them depending on the season of your life. None is better than the others. Each comes with a gift, a temptation, and a path to maturity. The sage lives for understanding. If you've stayed up late connecting ideas across books, podcasts, and real-life moments, chasing that sudden click where everything makes sense, your sage is alive and well. It is curious, pattern-driven, and allergic to shallow answers. It keeps asking what's really going on beneath the surface and seeks the principle behind the mess. At its best, the sage offers clarity, discernment, and insight. It cuts through noise, names what matters, and sees how small changes ripple outward. In teams, sages are the ones who say, "We're solving the wrong problem," and save months of wasted effort. When the sage is scared, though, it hides in analysis. It collects more sources, delays decisions, or uses knowledge to feel safe or superior. If you've ever told yourself you need just one more article before acting, that's the sage procrastinating in a lab coat. Its growth path is moving from knowing to embodying. Turn one insight into a small real-world experiment. Wise sages don't hoard truth. They live it. The hermit sees solitude as nourishment, not punishment. It's the part of you that craves quiet mornings, long walks without your phone, or a room where you can hear your own thoughts. The hermit knows inspiration whispers, it rarely shouts over a crowd. At its best, this archetype gives you depth, presence, and inner steadiness. It protects your energy so you can show up with substance. Because you conserve noise, you can be fully there for someone one-on-one, offering attention that changes people. In a loud world, the hermit creates signal. Under stress, the hermit can slip into isolation. You might avoid feedback, skip opportunities, or hold back your gifts in the name of safety, and the world misses what you never share. Its growth path is learning to build bridges, not walls. Schedule solitude on purpose and also schedule re-entry. Share drafts. Join small, values-aligned communities. Let a trusted few into your cave. The creator burns to turn imagination into form: writing, design, code, music, craft. If your notes app is bursting with ideas and you feel most alive when making, your creator is steering. At its best, the creator brings vision, originality, and the courage to birth something from nothing. It doesn't just critique the world, it adds to it. It loves flow states and tangible progress. Look, I made this. In the shadow, the creator gets precious or perfectionistic. It stalls at 90% because it's not ready. It rejects feedback or never ships. Sometimes it chases novelty instead of finishing. Its growth path is releasing work in iterations. Adopt versioning as a lifestyle. Finish small, finish often. Remember that masterpieces are many versions layered over time. How do you recognize your dominant archetypes? Start by noticing where you gain energy. If you feel charged after deep reading or conversation that unlocks clarity, that's the sage. If you feel renewed after quiet rituals and alone time, that's the hermit. If you come alive while making, editing, or shipping, that's the creator. Next, look for repeating patterns in big choices, jobs, projects, relationships, moves. Do you keep choosing roles where you analyze and advise, environments that protect your privacy and autonomy, or opportunities to produce and publish? Your history leaves footprints. Finally, watch how you respond when life squeezes you. The sage reaches for more information. The hermit retreats to regroup. The creator tries to fix feelings by making something. None is wrong. Each is a reflex worth noticing. The goal isn't to judge yourself, it's to become conscious. Here's a short exercise. Write 3 tiny trailers for your life, one for each archetype. As a sage, I'm the strategist who, as a hermit, I'm the quiet presence who, as a creator, I'm the maker who. Keep each to 2 sentences. Which one feels like a documentary instead of fiction? Ask 2 trusted friends to describe you in 3 archetypal words. Don't coach them. Just listen. Others often see the pattern our ego resists. Remember, you're a blend. Many intuitive introverts carry a sage hermit core with a creator engine, or a creator core guided by sage discernment and protected by hermit boundaries. You're not a single note, you're a chord. Once you see your inner guides, your life choices begin to make sense: career moves, relationship style, even how you like to spend Sunday. The sage wants complex problems and time to think: research, strategy, counseling, systems design. It needs meaningful puzzles. The hermit needs control over environment and schedule: deep focus, low meetings, quiet corners. The creator needs tangible output and autonomy over the how: writing, design, engineering, filmmaking, product building. If your work frustrates you, ask which archetype is starved. You might not need a new career, you might need a new ratio. Your decisions shift as well. The sage asks whether something is true and aligned with principles. The hermit wonders whether a choice protects your inner life and leaves you feeling like yourself. The creator asks whether you get to build and whether the choice leads to something real. Strong decisions satisfy all 3: true, congruent, and generative. Relationships become clearer too. The sage values conversations that explore ideas and growth, and it's drawn to partners who think for themselves. The hermit needs shared respect for space and ritual, someone who understands that silence isn't distance. The creator thrives with partners who celebrate projects, offer honest feedback, and aren't threatened by time spent making. Conflict often appears when an archetype's need goes unnamed, so try a simple script: a big part of me is sage, hermit, creator. When that part is supported, I show up at my best. When it's neglected, here's what happens: straightforward, kind, and specific. Learning and growth feel different for each archetype. The sage lights up around curricula, courses, mentors, and long-form reading. The hermit transforms through retreats, reflection, journaling, and therapy. The creator learns by doing: ship, iterate, ship again. If you're stuck, switch modes. Read less, build more. Or make less, reflect more. Let your quieter archetype lead for a month and watch what changes. Even your daily structure can reflect this blend. Try an archetypal sandwich. Start the morning in hermit mode. Quiet, movement, simple nourishment, no phone. Use midday for sage deep work, analysis, study, strategy. Let the afternoon belong to the creator. Produce, polish, publish. In the evening, return to hermit rituals. Lights low, analog time, a short walk under the sky. You can't control everything, but you can shape more than you think. Jung's aim wasn't to turn you into someone else, it was individuation, becoming fully, consciously yourself. Archetypes help you get there without shame. Instead of asking why you're like this, ask how you can care for who you are. It's okay to want time to think. The depth you crave isn't pretentious, it's your service. When the world pressures you for instant takes, give yourself permission to pause. Build thinking containers. A weekly 2-hour block to read, outline, or trace ideas. When anxiety tries to hijack your sage into endless research, set limits, 3 sources, 24 hours, then 1 small action. Replace "I must be certain" with "I will learn by doing." Your need for solitude is not a defect. It's fuel. Protect it with boundaries that are clear and kind. No calls after a certain hour, offline windows on weekends, a promise to reply tomorrow. Create rituals that tell your nervous system it's safe to rest. Tea, a lamp, a chair by a window, a notebook with no agenda. When guilt whispers that you're too much or not enough, answer with practice. 15 minutes of stillness with no performance, just being. Your standards as a creator are high because your love is strong, but perfectionism steals your joy. Give your work stages, draft, refine, release, and celebrate each stage so good enough to ship becomes normal. Keep a done list to remind yourself of progress. If you catch yourself comparing your rough cut to someone's polished final, gently close the app and return to your tools. The cure for creative self-loathing is creative output, not scrolling. Life will test your gifts. That isn't failure, it's training. When you're overwhelmed and can't decide, write a 1-page memo titled, "What Matters Here?" Clarify the goal, constraints, options, and first step. If you can't name the goal, you're not ready to decide. Then cut your inputs by half for 48 hours, no news, fewer meetings, because your mind needs quiet to prioritize. If you're still spinning, build a 30-minute prototype. Action creates clarity faster than debate. If social time drains you or your boundaries go fuzzy, prepare a few values-based scripts you can reuse. "I'm limiting evenings to family projects right now," or "I'm focusing on fewer commitments this quarter." Design a recovery ritual after events, a walk, a shower, dim lights, a quick journal entry, so the event ends when your ritual ends. If you want to turn relational energy into something constructive, make a simple artifact afterward, a photo set, a thank you note, or a tiny recap post. Transform experience into expression. When imposter feelings visit, list evidence of competence, projects, outcomes, kind words you've received. Facts calm feelings. Then sit with the sensation for 5 minutes without trying to fix it, and let the wave crest and fall. Finally, ship something small the same day. Confidence follows completion. If you hit a creative drought, change inputs. Read outside your field, interview someone, ask 5 fresh questions. Take a day of quiet, no talking until noon, and notice what surfaces when you stop performing. Set a timer for 25 minutes and make something badly on purpose. Quantity first. Quality sneaks in once fear gets bored. If you want a structure to reset, try a 7-day cycle. Begin with a sage audit and write 3 to 5 operating principles for the next 90 days. Simple lines like, deep before wide, one major project at a time, or, no decisions after 9 p.m. Curate a small hermit corner with a light, chair, and notebook, and spend 10 minutes there without screens. Run a creator sprint and make something you can finish in one sitting, a poem, a sketch, a tiny prototype, and share it privately if you must. Ask a mentor one question you've been holding and capture the insight. Take a silent walk without headphones and let ideas arrive on their own. Share a work in progress with a trusted friend and ask for one suggestion, not 10. Then integrate. Journal one page. What fueled you, what drained you, what ratio of sage hermit creator felt right, and choose one tweak for next week. Jung also encouraged shadow work, and that doesn't mean digging for drama, it means honest noticing. The sage shadow uses intellect to stay safe. Balance it with a body check-in before big choices, scan your chest, gut, and jaw, and include that data. The hermit shadow calls avoidance boundaries. Meet it with micro-exposure, one small, meaningful risk each week, like asking a tough question in a meeting, showing up to a gathering for 30 minutes, or sharing a draft. The creator shadow equates work with worth. Answer it with relational anchors and rest days where you make nothing. Practice being loved for being, not doing. One practice many find transformative is holding an inner council once a week. Light a candle or open a blank document and invite your 3 archetypes to speak. Let the sage name what you learned and the signal in the noise. Let the hermit name what your soul needs this week. Let the creator name what you're making in the very next visible step. If they disagree, that's progress, now you're conscious. Close the meeting by committing to one action in the next 48 hours. The goal isn't perfect balance. It's a living relationship with who you are. When the world feels too loud, remember that wanting depth doesn't make you broken, it makes you oriented differently. Your timing is different. Your gifts are different. Shrink the frame until it's human-sized again. A page, a conversation, a walk, a cup, a paragraph. The sage finds truth in a single sentence. The hermit finds peace in a single breath. The creator finds joy in a single line drawn across a page. Start there. Start small. Start now. Here's the heart of it. Archetypes are inner guides, not prisons. The sage, the hermit, and the creator give you a language for your energy, your needs, and your gifts. Recognize your blend by tracking where you gain energy, how you react under pressure, and which choices you repeat. Design your life accordingly by picking work, rhythms, and relationships that honor your inner counsel. Practice self-compassion because your needs are legitimate, your boundaries are love, and rest is a strategy. Navigate challenges with small, repeatable tools, memos, rituals, sprints, and scripts. Integrate your shadow with head, heart, and body. Keep counsel with yourself, listen weekly, adjust gently, and live forward. Carl Jung didn't hand you a rigid system. He offered a mirror. When intuitive introverts look into that mirror, they don't see too sensitive, too quiet, or too much in their heads. They see finely tuned instruments designed to perceive meaning, protect inner life, and create beauty. The world needs that now more than ever. If this resonates, do one thing today. Name your dominant archetype out loud and write it on a sticky note where you'll see it. Give that part of you a gift before the day ends, 10 quiet minutes, a page of writing, or a question worth pondering. Begin living as if your nature is not a problem to fix, but a path to follow. If you want more deep dives that blend timeless psychology with practical steps for intuitive introverts, stick around. Like, subscribe, and share this with a friend who always notices what others miss. I'll see you in the next one, where we'll explore how to build relationships and work systems that transform sensitivity into strength. Until then, trust your sage, tend your hermit, and feed your creator. Your inner counsel is ready.